What up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. We are keeping things moving here. It's a new week, and we're kicking off this Monday with some cool stuff coming to the shop. We got this Bayside Blue R34 GTR that already sold, that just arrived, and we've got this Evo 6 that we've been working on. This just came in, which is a Hako. It is not a GTR, it is a GTX, but it has the complete GTR look to it. GTRs have gotten incredibly expensive lately, so the GTX is actually a really cool option for people who want to actually drive the car. They're very similar, the engines are different, but people do like to mod these and feel a little less bad about modding them. This one's on some Watanabes. It has endless brakes, which I've actually never seen on a Hako before, so I'm excited to dive into this car and kind of see more of what it has. Pretty cool interior. Definitely looks like it is a lot of fun to drive, so pretty hyped to have this in inventory. No doubt that it will go relatively quickly. Over here, kind of still same old things hanging out and getting done. We've got this R33 GTR, which I'm not sure why this thing hasn't sold yet, but I really do like this car. I'm thinking maybe Elvin and I will take this out, get some photos, and do some stuff with it. Just, it's a really cool Series 3. It's a great color for the car, and just surprised it hasn't sold. So maybe we take it out, drive it a little bit, do some photos, some more video stuff with it. Somebody will see it, and it'll pop off into our sold inventory relatively soon. Otherwise, as you can see, things around here are looking a little sparse. We're waiting on a lot of cars to come in, but a lot of cars have been selling, so it's actually kind of a good thing to have limited cars. It shows us business is moving, but bums us out that it's not as much to sell. This car finally got some love this week. We had a guy come check this thing out, took it for a test drive. It rips, it's so much fun. We just went through all the documentation to verify the mileage on it. Has a TRD cluster in it, but thankfully when that cluster was changed, it was documented that it only had a little over 7,000 kilometers on it when it went in, so that's great. That means that we can basically nail down accurate mileage on this car, which is a great start, especially for a cool piece like a TRD cluster, which makes it worth that for sure. Out here, again, kind of same thing. Inside though, we're making some moves on some cars. We have this black R34 GTR V-Spec, which is so close to finally leaving us. We looked at this one in the vlog yesterday. Right now, we were just doing paint meter readings all the way around on it. Sent over a bunch of meter readings, a bunch of video of it, stuff like that to make sure that everything checks out. This guy asked a lot of questions. We gave him a lot of answers. So hopefully that puts him in a position to be confident buying the car. Next to us here, we've got this R34 GTT that just came in. We sold this car to its owner pretty much completely stock, and he went through and modified it to look just like a GTR. Did some interesting things like the exhaust, GTR rear bumper. You can see the Nismo tow hook that he powder coated to match the yellow Project Mu brakes. Generally those are red. Quarter panels here to give it the GTR look. Got the GTR Nismo rear spats and side skirts, and up here is where it gets interesting. This has a complete Z-Tune front. The R-Tune hood, Z-Tune front bumper, the Z-Tune fenders. Got a Nismo intercooler in it, though the engine itself is still a stock RB25. It does have a complete GTR look to it. Nismo pillar garnishes on it, and inside, lots of other really good things. Got the Nismo shift knob, nice interior. Did a really nice MFD in here, and of course, these really nice Recaro seats. Great seat rail option, and black V-Spec 2 rear seats, which are very hard to find, so shout out to him for doing that. This thing is really cool. He's probably selling this at some sort of a loss, I would imagine, because all of this looks really expensive to do, but it's listed on our website right now for $80,000. In here, we've got some other cars that are sold, just kind of waiting to ship. Yellow S15 still hanging out, and we have the white R34 GTR that was previously on gold BBS LM wheels. We talked about how that car hadn't really sold and why people might not be feeling the BBS wheels in one of the earlier vlogs. We finally found some wheels that make a change and definitely make a lot of sense. We went with these TE37 with the Volk Racing sticker in red. These are the same wheels that I have on my R34 GTR. It seems to fit pretty nicely because obviously we've got the red engine cover on the R34's. We've got some touches of red on the Nismo seat covers in here. So overall, seems like this might be a good look for the car. We're getting this kind of wrapped up right now, and I think Andrew plans to photograph this tomorrow. We'll relist it on the website tomorrow and see if we get any new bites on the car, given that it looks a little bit different. Otherwise, we're still in the process of moving here at Top Rank, sending a bunch of this stuff to our new facility in Long Beach. Of course, we'll keep this facility as a showroom, but that is a look at how our week is starting off right now. We have lots of stuff to do. We have Porsche stuff to do this week. My 997 is getting picked up from service. Hopefully everything is good. And we've got Frontier stuff to do, working on the Frontier build. Yokohama came through, some off-road tires, so we can finally take this thing, do a little bit of some trail stuff with it before we put on all of the Nismo parts that are coming from Nismo. And we've got Supra stuff going on this week, getting some things ready here. Finally have this thing reinsured to be back on the road with my friends at Haggerty, and R33 progress as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on this week, not only here at Top Rank, but also just with all of my personal cars too. So with that being said, time to get to some paperwork, time to lock down some more sales so we can pay for all the stuff we have to do with these cars. All right, so it's Wednesday, we got some things going on. Just finished up the sale on this car here, finally getting it pulled out. This car will be shipping to Texas at some point, but happy to have that one done. We made some changes to the R34 GTR with these TE37s on it now. I think it looks great. Yesterday we had it on the lift, and now we're seeing exactly how it sits. To me, this is a winning combination for sure. Guarantee somebody's gonna buy it now. The inspection is done in the Black Evo, so hopefully we're wrapping that up and that thing is done. We did get a couple little cars in today. One of them is a yellow Civic EK9 Type R, which is not here yet right now, but another little car we just got in is really interesting. This is a Daihatsu Midget. Crazy, right? It is a very, very small car. It has like these Watanabe looking things on it. Kind of crazy. Has one seat. It's manual. Has a shifter down there. Has another door. I don't know why. Seems like you could get away with just one, but has two doors. Maybe if you roll it over. Inside here is a little, like, I don't know, lounge area. Some storage if you needed to carry some things around. So it is like a very small delivery truck. We imported this for somebody that wanted it, and I'm sure they're going to do something pretty interesting with it, because why else would you get something like this if you didn't have interesting plans for it already? Speaking of interesting plans for it already, we have the truck right now getting some tires changed out. My friends at Yokohama sent me some new off-roading tires so we can kind of get this off-road build underway on the truck. So heading over there right now to pick up the truck and the tires that came off of the truck, so we can kind of start getting the spare tire mounted and all the other kind of stuff for hopefully a little off-road expedition here soon. All right, it definitely needs a wash, but ignore that. It's dusty here in Southern California, but we got the Yokohama Geolander AT4s on. So if you remember a while back, Di and I and Larry went and tested these tires at the Ford Bronco Off-Rodeo outside of Austin, and now full circle I have them on my truck. So these, this is spare, so you can see this is like the OG style wheel that they did for this special edition of the Frontier, and here's what came on them. Still kind of an off-road tire, but not quite as aggressive as the AT4 for sure. So I'm looking forward to being able to head out, hit a trail a little bit with this as we continue to add some more things to it. One thing that we're gonna be adding is a tire mount for the truck bed. So this tire actually mounts back here, so that'll be pretty cool. It is a Nismo piece from Nismo Parts USA, so get that put on there and roll around a little bit with the spare tire on there, and go do some off-road stuff soon, hopefully. All right, it is Thursday. We're keeping things moving right along. Frontier's got the tires on it. Yaska decided to participate in the Drive Something off-roady today. This is his Defender 90. This thing is so sick. It's a 1997 Defender 90. We imported it from Japan. They're very limited cars. They built 400 of them. This is number 31, which is pretty sick. So always cool to see that thing out and about because I feel like he never drives it. We've got the Midnight Purple R33 GTR out front right now. I've got a customer that's interested in this one. We're just down to the final details, including shipping and making some arrangements on that. So hopefully this car is leaving us in the next couple of days. Mickey is coming to get his Stagia finally. This thing is really sick. If you guys remember my last trip to Japan, when Blake and I went, we were with Mickey and Courtney. I was in my R34 GTR. At that point, Mickey's R34 was under construction, so he had his Stagia. The R34 GTR is already here. Stagia is here now. This thing is super rad. Looking forward to seeing all the cool stuff that he does here in the States with it, because he did a lot of cool stuff with it in Japan. And again, one of the best things about having your car in Japan and here in the US is kind of making all of those memories that you get to do in Japan and then come here to the US, and then bang, all sorts of cool stuff you can do. This, we are working on some final details on. There's a couple little minor things that I think in the pre-purchase inspection came up. One of the things was that it looked like maybe the clutch and clutch booster on it was at a point of teeter-tottering on needing to be replaced, and the timing belt on this car was not done in Japan by us because it had been done recently, but might have to end up doing the timing belt to make this deal go through. The interesting thing about this is we do have a backup cash buyer ready to go on this. So we're trying to do things in order of who came to us first and who committed to buying the car. Generally, it works out in such a way that we'll have a car for a little bit and then all of a sudden more than one person wants it. And I know a lot of ways a lot of dealerships work is that whoever shows up with the money first gets the car. But in a lot of cases here, we try to respect the fact that certain people may be working with us towards getting a car and have already taken steps to kind of show that commitment. And we don't want them to lose the car just because somebody showed up with cash. However, if it starts to get a little drawn out or seems like this is getting too far away or whatever, we generally will just default back to the easier sale and cash buyer. So there's that. This car we listed earlier this week and already have had some inquiries on it. This is a GTT, not a GTR, though side by side they do kind of look a lot alike. This car, customer sent me his flights and is coming in on Friday night. Saturday morning I am going to show him this car. As you know, I don't do Saturday or weekend appointments because I'm here working all of the time anyhow, but this is a special exception. This guy, this will be his third car he's bought from us. He's been a good customer, he's a cool customer, lives on the East Coast, so he is flying whatever that is, the 6.5 hours here to look at the car. So I figured the least I can do, come in on a Saturday and get this done for him. And again, I think he's gonna really like the car and be super happy with it. Today, also a great success because I just sold this car, which is really great. This car is the same one that I did the dash cam stuff with Nextbase, if you remember that. This was kind of our little demo car for that. That shoot was really cool and went really well, and we're still getting more stuff out of that, but it seems like the car will be leaving us, which I'm very, very happy about. This car is going to a friend of ours who we've been talking to for almost 3 years about buying an R34 GTR. Now the timing is finally right. If you remember earlier in the video, we took the BBS LMs off and put the TE37s on this car because I thought for sure it was going to make a difference, help it sell like that, and wouldn't you know it, it did. However, the one thing he doesn't like about it, the TE37s. So the TE37s are coming back off of this car as part of the sale. We'll be going back to the BBS LM wheels, and that's how he's going to take delivery of it. Generally, that happens a lot, where we will make a change to a car because we think that's the reason it hasn't sold, and then immediately someone says, I like it better the way that it was, and that's how I wanted to buy it. That's fine. I'm happy to keep the TE37s and put them on another car because we have lots more stuff coming. So that has been pretty much it for today. We have a Built by Legends meeting coming up here shortly where we're going to discuss kind of all of the next steps and all the other builds and things that we have going on, which is a lot of cool stuff. At some point, we'll have to do a little update on how the Built by Legends stuff is going, but that will be the rest of my day, is sitting in that meeting and figuring some of the stuff out with those guys. And then this weekend, I have no idea what I'm doing. Tomorrow's Friday, so undoubtedly probably be a relatively busy day here. Other than showing the customer this car on Saturday, there's Fuel Fuss. I know Dustin's gonna be there, our friend Ryan is coming, so I will probably need to stop by for that. And it seems like there's a really cool Cars and Coffee I've never been to on Sunday, so hopefully I'll have the 911 back tomorrow, and I will plan on either driving that or the Supra, which is tucked away right now, this weekend. We're wrapping up the week at Top Rank. Not a whole lot happened today. Our flight in tomorrow is canceled for the customer that was coming to see the R34 GTR, so we'll pick that up on another time. We did get this in, which you saw in the video. Taka's taking this one home tonight. Taka is the Hako expert. He has one, has had it for a very long time. So he's gonna take this for the weekend, drive it a little bit, see what this thing needs, if anything. He would definitely be the one to know. I am taking the Supra out tonight. We're trying to make a little bit of a habit of driving my cars. So the Porsche is not ready to be picked up yet, and I needed to drive something. So Supra is the car I chose. So Fuel Fest is this weekend. We're gonna go meet up with Dustin and Ryan at Fuel Fest. I'm gonna have this car just out and about a little bit, you know, driving it around, and maybe go do some stuff with Alvin, get some photos, maybe some videos. I'm due for some Pennzoil content, so this car reappearing in some Pennzoil content might be cool. It's been a long time, actually since like early days of Pennzoil since I've done anything with this car, so for them. So it'll be cool to see this make a reappearance. And with that being said, man, let's go have some fun driving our cars. All right, it is a little windy this morning, but we're at Toyota Fest here in Long Beach. There's lots of Toyotas, and we're gonna check out, I guess, some of the Supras, but a lot of the other cool things you don't usually see. I'm pretty used to seeing Supras at this point, but seeing something like these is a little different. So this is what we're looking for today. Of course, I'm gonna show you some Supras, but still, this is sick. Well, look who I found. It wouldn't be Toyota Fest without Big Mike.
I appreciate you.
Man, you've gone from like a Honda guy to Toyota guy real quickly.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
well, here's the thing. I've always been a car guy.
Right.
I cut my teeth in the Honda world, sure, and I love them. That's where kind of like, you know, my heart is. But I've done the Datsun. I have this Toyota. I've always been a car guy. But sorry, I got a little distracted right now.
How can you not be a Toyota guy?
At Toyota Fest.
How can you not be a Toyota guy with this? Dude, this is sick.
I appreciate you. I went through a really reputable company and a guy that I've become friends with over the years to get it. Yeah, he's a little bit shorter than me. But, you know, he's a good guy nonetheless.
Well, that would be me. Mike picked this car up from us, and it is really rad. It's been everywhere. You've really taken it a lot of places, and this thing always gets so much attention. It's so cool. I've seen the wheels get changed multiple times on it now.
Yeah, I am a collector of period correct and just weird cool wheels. So
we got the Toyota Syrah, and it is really, really cool, and definitely looks like very futuristic compared to a lot of other things that are here.
And with these wheels, that's what people said, it sends it to the next level.
It really does, man. It's super crazy. What kind of wheels are those?
They are called, they're made by Ray's. They're actually Ray's Texan shotguns. So in the Moon Eyes, the work lead sled, that era of homage to LA West Coast, like you know, Mexican lowrider culture that the Japanese have always been fans of, they made these wheels, but these are actually made to look like the back of a shotgun shell. So when you look at the center cap, it is a shotgun shell. And they literally named it that.
Super crazy.
And it's a forged two-piece wheel from '94, which is
that's insane.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, dude. All right, we've got a little FJ Cruiser section over here. These are something that for a while we were importing and selling. We were bringing them from Japan, specifically the Trail Team, like this one right here. And they were wildly popular in Japan for like a really long time because it was hard to get them there. So people were exporting them from the US to Japan, and then they got wildly popular here again. So we started bringing them back from Japan to the United States. And you can see there's so many things you can do with these. It makes them so popular. And with 4Runners being so expensive, a lot of people went back to these, and it drove the price of these straight through the roof. This thing is also pretty rad. This is kind of Toyota's response to the Mitsubishi Delica. It is a Toyota Light Ace. And of course we bring in a lot of the Delicas because they're more well known and very popular, but this is an alternate to that. Kind of cool to see one here. The two-tone thing is definitely interesting, and same kind of funky interior that Toyota liked to do in this time, which is pretty sick. We've got some pretty crazy ones here. These are like Bosozoku style cars. These were something that was really popular in Japan. It was an interesting style of modification and tuning, but this is a 1980 Cressida. And this one is obviously kind of an extreme example, but a good example of like what would have been done. And then down here, obviously some kind of lighter, more tame versions of it, even though this is still pretty crazy. These are some insane wheels that I can't say I've seen before. And pretty wild hood, interesting headlights. So definitely a really rad style of tuning from that 80s era of hot rodding in Japan. On our way out, we've got a few Supras. This one looks pretty interesting. I like it on TE37s. Looking really nice. Clean, clean, clean. The bronze CEs are such a move on the Supra. I like them so much. They look really good every time. We've got this one here next to us. Thank you, man.
Oh, you're working on my bag.
Oh yeah, no, all good.
Is it black thing?
Yeah, it's the
Pelagos,
Pelagos 39, yeah. And then this car we've seen a bunch of times, has the Recaro Tomcats in it. Really cool car, really cool story. So always some interesting cars here for sure. What else we got for Supras? Got one gold. We've got a couple of aero cabins here. We got this one's pretty nice. TRD wheels, a bunch of little TRD parts on it. And wrap up our exit with a silver Supra on our way out the door. But this has been Toyota Fest. Always a good time. If you were ever in the area for it, I definitely recommend it. Later in the year is JCCS, so in the exact same spot, so we'll be back here for that. And then yeah, after this we're heading to Fuel Fest. We got to catch up with Dustin and Ryan there, so see you guys at Fuel Fest.
Konnichiwa!
We are at Fuel Fest. What's going on? We got Spark Dog here chilling. What up?
Spark Dog. Sparko does not look at anything other than his mom.
But we are, we're at Dut's booth. He's talking to people here. What's up, Fuel Fest? At the Legends booth, chilling here. Of course, he's got the Evo, which we had out recently when I had my Supra out. And some drifting going on over there. His R34 GTR. Another top rank car. A lot of really cool memories made together in this car, so I'm excited that it's here. We got to get his wing re-cleared. That's what this desert heat will do to you, but lots to do and see here. So we saw a few homies on the way in. I know Jesse Uji's here. I already saw Larry Chen coming off track drifting. And Emily from Minnesota's here, so we're gonna go find some people, say what's up, but try to stay cool. Our next stop is the Jada Toys booth. They've got a pair of the cars here from Fast and Furious, the Dominic Toretto cars. This one is like the ice scene one. I never really know exactly, but they are pretty cool to see in person for sure. Our homie Daryl has this company, Jada Toys, and they make all sorts of cool stuff like this. Lots of licensing for different movies and different things. Obviously the Fast and Furious, and his insane Liberty Walk R35 GTR that kind of has a bit of a nod to that Fast and Furious R34 GTR, but not exactly. Really like this car a lot. We're gonna drop by, see our friends at Yokohama, walk through the Spark Pit where we're gonna find one of our cars that we sold, and then I think that's gonna wrap it for this. We're at the Yokohama tire booth where Larry's car is. Larry and I both drive for Yokohama and Pennzoil and a few other related things, but this is my first time seeing Larry's car finished in person. He's been racing this thing in Nassau. It's so sick. Love the Pennzoil look, and the OG 711 livery is just so sick. Man, nice job, Larry. This thing looks really, really sick. Out here, We got some tires around here. We've got the AO52s, which is what I race on sometimes when I'm not using the AO55, which I don't have on display here, and then the 8009s. This is what's on the 911, the Supra, the R34, everything else. So great tires from these guys. Lots of really great support too. So shout out to these dudes. And dang, look at this Nissan Nismo off-road thing they have here. Wow, this is sick, dude. Wow, really, really cool. Really sick. Also just casually happened across another customer car. This thing is so sick. Man, dude, so good. What a great dude, what a great car. So good on the Regas. Love it. Over here at the Maguire's booth, we got the boys from Throttle hanging out with their R34 GTT drag car. This thing is pretty crazy. We got Jesse Owuji up in here, drifting today.
Oh, hey.
We got Mickey.
What's going on?
Man, this guy's taking more delivery of cars from me than anyone I know currently.
Is that right?
And you're here with this sickness. Ooh, dang.
And you're making me out to be some kind of baller or something.
Bro,
I am
Look
not.
at this guy. Oh, not some sort of ball. What do you got right here? Look at this. Not a baller. Not a ball. That means, look at, bro. Look at.
Gotta represent.
Ring.
Gotta represent the crowd, man.
Dang. Well, this thing's nice.
What'd you bring out here?
My Frontier. My Nissan Frontier.
I gotta show you mine.
Hey, I gotta show you mine. I'm working on mine.
RB26 in it, big old single.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got a row of kind of Fast and Furious tribute cars here. People have been, there's a bunch of Supras that are made to look like the Fast and Furious cars, various ones. And then, you know, there's other ones around here that kind of have a very similar look. And let's see here, somewhere in here, we got the truck. They're giving away some stuff over here. And here we go. This is a car that we sold these guys. So Spark is a data collection company for your car. Think of it as like a, you know, it's like onboard diagnostics for your regular car. But they bought this car from us, which is pretty cool. It's S15 and kind of did a little thing to make it look like the one from the movie, along with some other cars that they did here. So kind of cool to see them all together. These are always cool. The Veil side's always cool. So, oh, and we got Eddie right here. Man, car's looking good. Thank you for the water. Sick. I like what you did with it. I just had it in the video.
All right,
really nice. Silver. Yeah. Silver one. Yeah, looking cool, dude. Nice. Looking good. Hell yeah.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going, man. We're just showing what we got here, but lots of Fast and Furious cars around here. All right, that's gonna wrap things here at Fuel Fest. It is hot, really hot. There's still so much going on, but we got some things to do tonight. Blake and I are going to see Mike in concert tonight, and then probably more stuff tomorrow. All right, Sunday, we had a long, exhausting day yesterday with Toyota Fest, Fuel Fest. Saw Mike last night, Mike Stud with Blake, but today we got off to a slow start. Now we're here at a little shoot for a brand called JDM Champs. We got some cars out here that came out. We got this really, really sick Mitsubishi 3000 GT. These have been, since I was in high school, one of my favorite cars. They're so sick. Got a sick little Z here, some carbon, some work wheels on it, looking really good. New Supra and a couple IS 300s or Altezas if they're right-hand drive, which these aren't, but the Alteza is a really sick car and eligible for import now. Over here, got the Supra getting photographed for the shoot right now. The photographer and videographer. This thing is looking pretty good, man. Looking pretty good. We back. All right, that's gonna be a wrap for the shoot. A lot of sick cars here today. Lots of cool people. We're heading to the motoring club right now for a little thing with Sung, and should be pretty sick. Looking forward to seeing Kenji there, and obviously we got the Gretty Supra, so it's gonna be nice. All right, so we were here at Sung's event at Motoring Coffee and Motoring Club. There is a ton of people here. Was not expecting that, but let's go in and check out. All right, so we were inside, and you can see there's some cars here. Sung's Veil side car. Daniel, little Honda here. DJ, and the Rolls Royce. but it is loud. Huge crowd out here for song. Later, dude.
Later, man.
But yes, thank you for having me. It's been a long weekend and we're wrapping this up now, so that'll be it. Gonna have a nice easy cruise home, I think. Shout out Song, dude. So happy for you. Congratulations to you and Daniel for taking this crazy little brand and making it something super awesome. And also just Fast and Furious in general. So many things that people pay tribute to based on that. And obviously right here in the heart of LA, where the franchise started, and it seems like probably where the franchise will end. But for now, we're gonna wrap up this weekly vlog. I'm just constantly amazed that this is my car. What a dream, dudes. What a dream.